We are moving into fall, which means fall beers are about to make their presence.
Aaron Templin, a proprietor of Front Street Tap Room, joins us today to talk about some of the upcoming great fall beers that are coming. Great to have you here, man. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So no more summer shandy.
Well, it's still kind of at that time. Okay. There's still some lingering around, but
we're starting to transition.
Tastes are definitely beginning to change. Weather's changing. I think people are just craving different beers. So I think when most people think of fall beer, I think Oktoberfest kind of comes right to mind.
Exactly,
so
yeah.
I did bring a few different Oktoberfests. So what is an Oktoberfest? The style is called Marzen, which is kind of weird, but it's German for March. So kind of a history lesson. Back in the 16th century, you could only brew beer from September through April. So they would make a little bit stronger beer, add a little more hops, and then they would lager it at a really cold temperature, and then they would break it out during late September, Oktoberfest. So it's kind of a tradition that's been going on for hundreds of years, still going on. So I'm just gonna pour this beer, just so you can kind of see the color, get a chance to smell it.
You should have done the guy on YouTube. What does he do? You know, nobody's. There's a guy who does the sound of the cracking a beer. Oh, look at that!
Yeah, a little extra head. These beers have got a little warmer since they've been sitting here. But yeah, go ahead and just smell it. I know we're not allowed to taste it, so
I can actually smell it from here.
Yeah.
What's the deal with how can I smell that right now? When I open up my Coors Light, I don't smell it. When I smell this.
Well, that's kind of interesting. So, kind of talking about pouring beer into a glass. With any craft beer, it's just really important to do that, to pour it into a glass. It's kind of akin to watching a 3D movie without the 3D glasses. So,
serious? Why?
So, biggest thing is releasing that carbonation. You know, beer is a carbonated beverage. So, if you're just, it's really easy to pull it out of the fridge, pop it open, drink it. But it's really meant to be poured.
Is it kind of like a wine then, where I want to give it a moment to kind of breathe, or can I just...
It's going to be different from a wine, because a wine actually isn't carbonated at all. What's really happening is that carbonation is going to get into your stomach. It's going to make you feel more bloated. So releasing that is really important. So that's the one thing.
You learn something every day.
Also, thinking about 3D, you can actually look at the beer. I think beer is kind of a beautiful thing. You see the bubbles coming up.
So calm down, take a second, put your beer in a glass and enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely.
The smell and the look.
Really the most important thing is the aroma and the flavor. If you put a beer up to you're just smelling aluminum, so that's no fun.
Well, it was incredible because this one, smell is so powerful. I smelled this. It took me right back to frat parties. I was like, oh my God.
You drank some fancy beer back in the frat parties.
I don't know, but I just was like,
there's no Miller High Life Light on this table. What are you grabbing next?
So this one is the Dakota Soul. Just one more thing, caramely, malty. A lot of people are making the Oktoberfest. There's a big event going on September 28th. So they've had the bar crawl in the past. It's going to be different this year, so be on the lookout for that. I'll move to the next one. So this is a Czech-style Pilsner from Summit Brewing Company. So this one's called Dakota Soul. Not necessarily a fall beer, but I did want to bring it. I think craft beer kind of gets a misconception that it's very heavy or hoppy.
That's true. I believe both those things, and you're saying it. That's not true.
So this is it's like a American light lager. It's a Czech style, so it's going to have a little bit more hops.
But when you say it's not a fall beer, why not? What do you mean?
Well, it's all year round. You can definitely drink it in the fall. They do make it year round, so spring, summer, winter.
What distinguishes a fall beer then? What am I missing?
Well, with like an Oktoberfest, you kind of get malty, and then I'll just move on to the next one because I know we're getting short on time. So this is a porter.
Is this only available in the fall, this one?
This is also available year-round.
Oh, okay.
And it's kind of a weird time of year right now because we're just starting to move into it, so a lot of this stuff isn't becoming available.
But the heavy fall beers, you don't, look at that. You don't want to drink that on the boat, it's dark.
Right, but maybe outside on
I was going to say on the deck maybe.
On the deck, yeah.
That's okay.
So
I can definitely
roasty,
see the difference in the color here on this one.
But still has a light body, so it's not going to be super heavy. Yeah, and then other fall beers to look forward to. You got brown ales, nut browns, red ales, pumpkin beers are going to be coming out. And then I also did want to talk
Pumpkin
about
beers.
fresh hop beers. So for people that are into hops, hop heads, this is a really short window of time where the hops are becoming harvested, and they basically take them off the plant and throw them into the beer. You kind of have a really short window.
Are hopheads like cheeseheads? They have like.
It's just people that like hoppy beers. So
Quick
definitely
before
be on
you
the
go
lookout for them.
to, so where are you guys located, and can people come in and pick your brain as well? Because
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to talk more about beer. We're located on Main Avenue, just by Rhombus, guys.
you kind of celebrate a lot of the local breweries.
We have all of our beers are from Minnesota and North Dakota, so we try to focus on local stuff. There's also seltzers. I know we have to wrap up, but Truly White Claw, now local places are starting to make seltzers, so it's it's a weird thing. It's blown up. I don't know much about it, but
Well, thank you so
of
much
things.
for coming in. It's always fun to talk about beer. Sorry, we can't stay focused because we have beer on our minds all the time. Coming up here on North Dakota Today, give it for the Girl Day happening tomorrow. Jesse Ahmed is back in to talk about the event and how you can get involved.